Welcome back guys, Zanif Tech here. Today I got my hands on a really cool product. This is the Alti Slim desk mat from a company called Journey. They were nice enough to send this out to me and I've been using it for about 2 months. So I figured why not make a review of the desk mat to see if you guys might be interested in getting one yourself. But overall, this is a really cool desk mat because you have a wireless charger with the desk mat and it magnetically attaches to the desk mat itself, making this an even better combo on your desk compared to having a desk mat and a separate wireless charger, which most people do on their desk. So I figured I wanted to try this out and I want to see exactly if this will fit my desk setup, and it sure does. So let's get right into it and see what it's all about. I want to talk about the wireless charger for this desk mat. So the cool thing about this thing is that it has a wireless charger and it can house 2 devices on the top. You have a 5-watt charger on the top and then you have a 15-watt charger on the bottom. I know you may be asking, it's circular, is it MagSafe? Unfortunately, this isn't a made for MagSafe licensed device, so it doesn't have the full 15 watts that you get with a traditional MagSafe charger. You only get 7.5 watts. However, there's still magnets, so it magnetically attaches to your iPhone that has MagSafe or the case that has MagSafe, and it has the MagSafe animation. However, there is no 15 watts of charging. The charger does support up to 15 watts max, meaning that if you have another Android device that supports 15 watts on Qi charging, you'll be able to use that 15 watts for this MagSafe charger, and then 5 watts at the top. The top has an indent for AirPods, but you can also use it for other buds as well that fit within the indent. Because, for example, I tried using my iPhone on top, I have to place the iPhone perfectly over the indent to get it to wireless charge. But that's not really efficient and that's not really what it's made for. So it's made for a small electronic that can Qi charge on top of the little indent. However, all of this is charged with just one port. You have one USB-C port at the very top and you plug that into a 20-watt charger of your choice. It doesn't come with one, it only comes with the USB-C cable that's supplied. So once you plug it into the wall, then you have a little white light at the very top to let you know that pretty much it's now able to charge. So then when you place the device on top, it starts pulsating white to let you know that it's charging. And the cool thing about it is, if you don't place the device perfect, for example, the top charger doesn't have magnets. So if you place it outside of the indent, then it will let you know that this is not charging and you need to fix the orientation of the device by showing you a red pulsating light at the top. So it's really cool that they include that notification light at the top to let you know how the charging status is. But other than that, I really like the fact that it also has a nice little material on the bottom. It's like a silicone rubber base, and this allows it to not slide on your desk. But where the best part comes in is that there's magnets on both sides of this charger. So you can place the mat on the left or the right of this charger. So depending on how you want to route your cable on your desk, let's say if the right side of your desk is closer to the outlet, then you can put this on the right side of the mat and you will have the ability to charge. Or for example, you want to move it to the left side, that will also work. The mat is able to flip left to right with no issues, and so can this wireless charger as well, which is what I really do like, especially with the fact that it has the silicone base. It allows the entire mat to sit snug on the desk without moving around. I mean, I've had a Grove-made mat before, which was also felt, and that thing slides around my desk like crazy. You have the whole keyboard and your mouse sliding as soon as you rest your palms on top and push it just a little. So having this heavier base to the left or to the right of the mat is what really keeps it steady on your desk. So that's one of the best benefits from this wireless charger, besides the fact that it can charge 2 devices at the exact same time right next to your mat, and you don't need a separate wireless charger from the mat that you already have on your desk. I mean, this is really great, and I really like the fact that they thought of something like this, and it's definitely coming from people that have had this issue before and thought about making a wireless charger alongside your mat. Let's talk about the star of the show. It is the actual mouse pad itself, which makes the entire desk mat together with the wireless charger. So the desk pad does have 2 sides. So you have a vegan leather side and then you have a felt side. Both sides are really nice. I tried both of them for a little while, but I decided to stick with the felt pad, and I've been using the felt pad for about 2 months, and that is my go-to side. However, it's not without any issues. So in the beginning, I had an issue where the little fibers on the felt, when it was new, would attach to the bottom of my Logitech MX Master 3S, and that's due to the fact that the 3S has little pads on the bottom to keep it stable on a surface. So those little fibers stick to the sides of those pads, which is really annoying because you're moving your mouse and it's fine until all of a sudden you catch onto one of those fibers and you have to like yank the mouse from the fibers. It's annoying, and after a little bit of use, it kind of wore them down and I no longer have that issue. However, recently I had to buy a fabric scraper because I needed to scrape the pilling that was going on with the felt pad, which usually happens with other felt pads as well. It just something that you need to keep in mind when getting a felt pad, that there will be some pilling going on the sides and then also on the top where the heavy use is from the mouse pad. But other than that, I'm really glad this mat has two sides because there might be someone that wants a leather side and a felt side. So instead of buying two separate mats, you have them both within this mouse pad, and that gives you the flexibility of using whatever one you want. For example, you want to use a leather one day and the next day you want to use a felt pad, you have it all there. And you have the amazing wireless charger on the side. But other than that, the felt pad is perfect after use. I've been constantly using it. I have no more issues with it. There's no more resistance. The vegan leather side does have resistance. So if you're looking to use the leather side, keep in mind there is resistance. So it's not perfect. I know I'm kind of comparing it to gaming mouse pads that I also have. It's not even close. I mean, the resistance is there. The mouse glides smoothly, but not smoothly enough. I don't know how to describe it any better, but it's just not as quick when moving across the desk mat. So if it's something that bothers you, especially with a mouse like mine that I have a 3S and it has a nice sensor, I still notice that resistance. So it's not really nice to have that there. So I decided to stick with the felt side. But there's one additional cool feature about the mouse pad itself, and that is the fact that you have a little hideaway pocket, as they call it. It's a pocket that opens between the leather side and the felt side, and you can put documents within inside. So for example, let's say you have a piece of paper that's on your desk and you don't want it to be directly on your desk. You can hide it within the two layers of the pad. However, keep in mind that the more layers you add, the more you feel it when you're gliding your mouse on top. So it's meant mostly for like a piece of paper, I would say, or let's say you had a couple of sticky notes and you don't want them to be directly on your monitor or on your actual desk, then definitely use that option. Just don't pile them up too much where it starts bothering you when using the pad itself. But it's pretty cool to see that there. I haven't seen that either on any other mouse pad. So these two things really stuck out to me when I saw it, and they offered it so I can see it and review it. So the hideaway pocket and the wireless charger is what make up this mat different from everybody else. I also like the finishing touches with it. I mean, the materials on both the charger and the mat itself is really good, but the Journey logo on the wireless charger and then the little small Journey block on the actual felt pad looks really good. I mean, it looks like a solid product and it seems like it's gonna last a long time with nice use. So I just want to point out that the product is really solid. I know the price point is pretty hefty, but like I mentioned, you have two different mouse pads if you look at it that way that you can switch up depending on what you want. A leather side, a felt side, and then you have the wireless charger that attaches magnetically to the pad itself, and you can use it for two devices, and you have a wireless charger combo instead of having a separate wireless charger. But the main thing that I want you to keep in mind is the fact that the mat can flip from left to right. So the side that has the hideaway pocket does not have any magnets. The other side that's actually stitched is the side with the magnets that connect to the wireless charger. So if you want to flip the left to right orientation of the mat, you can move the wireless charger to the adjacent side if you would like. However, keep in mind that if you flip it around, then you have a leather wireless charger to the felt side. If you use the leather wireless charger with the leather side, that looks cool. But you have two different materials when using the felt side. It doesn't really bother me. I actually like the different material look altogether. So I kind of enjoy that design on my desk setup. But it just gives you the ability to flip it around, use both sides of the mat, and then you can also flip it left to right. So that's what I wanted to get to, that you pretty much have a lot of flexibility with this mat, depending on how you want to set up your desk and what you want to use it for. So The main thing that you might be wondering is also, does it slide around? The left side does not slide around if you use the magnetic charger on the left side, like how I do in my personal setup, but the right side does kind of move around, but not as much as it would if it didn't have the wireless charger at all. And that's all due to the silicone base on the wireless charger holding the entire setup together in one piece, so it doesn't really slide around too much. But other than that, I really do enjoy using this pad. This is my go-to pad, and that's what I've been using, and that's what I will continue to use because I really like how it adds to my setup, and then I also like the wireless charger functionality because the fact that I have multiple devices on my desk all the time that have Qi charging, I have the ability to use my previous MagSafe charger, and then I have 2 additional wireless chargers on my desk to charge other devices, all on the same desk setup. But other than that, it's a pretty cool pad. I know they have a bigger version of it. This is the slim version, of course, but I don't really have space for a bigger one, so that's why I decided to choose the slim version. You do have a more expensive version, which is their Ultra Mat, and that one has an actual made for MagSafe licensed charger. So it gives you the 5 watt at the top plus 15 watts for your iPhone on the bottom. So check that one out as well if you're interested, but keep in mind that mine is the one that does not have the MagSafe ring that's licensed. So with all that, let me know if you like this review, give me a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already so you don't miss any of my new content, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Zanif Tech is out.